This video describes the testbed system we use to evaluate arbitrary viewpoint robotic manipulation in surgical contexts. The system consists of a console where the operator views live 3D imaging of the robot work cell. The operator uses the joystick for camera control, the haptic input device for tool control, and a 3D monitor for visualization. Live 3D imaging is acquired using two RealSense depth cameras. The operator's hand motions captured by the haptic are mapped onto the surgical tool, with which the user manipulates the surgical field. Here the user demonstrates control of the camera with the joystick. The joystick allows the user to tilt, pan, and zoom the camera. The operator's hand motions, as captured by the haptic stylus, are mapped to the wand in the user's view. Note that as the user rotates their view, the wand moves with the user, preserving directions of motion. When ready, the user can grab the tool at any point along its shaft using the wand. The user's hand motions are now mapped onto the surgical tool, which the robot executes. Here the user takes advantage of the 3D imaging to view the test structure from the side. They then proceed to complete the scenario's objectives. The user is free to change viewpoints at any time, as ergonomics or the scenario dictates. Here the operator rotates their view to visualize the objectives on the opposite side. They can do this without compromising their ability to control the tool. We designed two scenarios to test our system. In the tube scenario, the operator was presented with 9 tubes in clusters of 3. The objective was to pass the tooltip into each opening and blow a puff of air. In the beads scenario, the operator was presented with 16 beads on a multi-layer structure. The objective was to dislodge each of the beads, starting with the red ones and then the blue ones, using only compressed air from the tooltip. During each scenario, we recorded the elapsed time from the scenario start at which the operator achieved each objective. We enforced a 10-minute time limit for each scenario. Subjects completed scenarios in 3 different experimental configurations. Those in the N configuration were given an overhead initial view and were allowed to pan and zoom only. Those in the UR configuration were allowed to rotate their view, but their hand and tool motions were not automatically aligned. Those in the CR configuration were allowed to rotate their view, and their hand and tool motions were automatically aligned. Subjects completed scenarios in 2 groups. Those in the NUR group completed scenarios in the N configuration and then again in the UR configuration. Subjects in the NCR group completed scenarios in the N configuration and then again in the CR configuration. Subjects were randomized as to the order in which they completed each configuration. For subjects in both groups, we compared the mean time it took them to complete each objective or task in the N configuration compared to the same in the UR or CR configuration. We found a statistically significant reduction in mean task time only in the NCR group, which corresponded to an approximately 50% reduction in task time. We did not find a statistically significant change in the NUR group. This led us to conclude that view rotation is only helpful if hand and tool motions are automatically aligned. We found a similar statistically significant trend with regards to subjective difficulty ratings of each subject. Only subjects in the NCR group reported a statistically significant reduction in difficulty. We believe these results demonstrate the importance of automatically aligning hand and tool motions in robotic surgery systems that allow surgeons to operate from arbitrary perspectives. Thank you for watching.